Hey, what's up guys, this is Vimal here and welcome back to TRHD. Today I'm super excited because I have something very special on my desk. I made a lot of smartwatch videos in the past, but all of them were 3G smartwatches and had a very old Android operating system. Finally, the companies have moved on, and on my desk I have a smartwatch that supports 4G LTE and comes with an upgraded Android 7.0 Nougat operating system. I'm very excited to unbox and show it to you all. This smartwatch is made by Zeblaze and the model is Thor 4. It's a 4G Android smartwatch, and did I tell you one more awesome thing about this watch? It has a 5-megapixel HD camera on it. That is so cool, right? I can't wait to check it out. The Thor 4 comes in this sort of box packing. At the back of the box, you've got the Zeblaze logo and some info regarding the product. There's nothing else written on the box, so let's get started with the unboxing. Let me grab my knife and cut this out of packing. I want to thank Banggood for sending me this product for review. Okay, let me remove this cover on the box. Here we go. Alright, on opening the box, we've got the smartwatch at the top. Let me take it out. Very nicely packed. So here is the Zeblaze Thor 4. This is how the watch looks like. It comes in two colors. I've got the black color model. From my first impressions, I have to say the build quality looks solid. We'll just come back to the watch again. First, let's see what else do we have in the box. You get a magnetic charging cable for charging the watch, a mini screwdriver with some extra screws to open up the SIM card slot on the watch, and finally you have a user manual. Just make sure to read that for all the info on the product. So these were all the items we got in the box. Now let's check out the smartwatch. So here is the Zeblaze Thor 4. It's a 4G smartwatch, has a muscular design with a solid build quality and definitely feels a bit thick compared to the other watches. The watch case is made of aluminum alloy with the chamfered edge all around it, and this is how the bezel looks like. It has a sporty look with the minute markings all over the bezel. On the right side you've got two buttons, the power and the back button. The Thor 4 has a 1.39-inch Super AMOLED display, that too with Corning Gorilla Glass for protection. On the right side you have two high-quality metal buttons, and here is that camera which I was talking about. It's a 5-megapixel HD camera with face detection and also has digital zoom support. And below the buttons you have a microphone. Now let me show you the back side. This is how the back of the watch looks like. The back cover is made of plastic. There's a heart rate sensor here, 4-pin contacts to connect the charging cable, and this is the SIM card slot. It supports 4G nano SIM cards. The quality of the straps is also very good. They seem soft, durable, and are also flexible. So that was our overview on the design and the build quality of the watch. Now let's power it on and see if it's got some juice in it. By the time it boots up, let's go through the specs. The Zeblaze Thor 4 has a 1.39-inch Super AMOLED display with Gorilla Glass for protection, has an MTK6737 quad-core CPU clocked at 1.1 GHz, comes with 1GB RAM and 16GB internal storage, runs on Android 7.0 Nougat, has a 5-megapixel HD camera and supports 4G LTE nano SIM cards. It has a huge 580 mAh battery, has an accurate built-in GPS module and weighs about 66 grams. Before we check out the watch, let me show you its SIM card slot. You can easily open it up with this mini screwdriver. As you can see, I've inserted my Airtel 4G nano SIM card. You just need to place the SIM card like this and lock it in the slot just like how we do on our phones. Okay, now let's power on the watch and see if the SIM card works. Alright, the watch is booted up. Let's check out the network status. Whoa ho ho, guys, it works! 4G SIM cards actually work on this watch. That is so awesome! So what I'll do is I'll just close the SIM card slot and be right back to continue the video. Alright guys, I'm back. I've gone through the setup process and also connected the watch to my Wi-Fi. The Thor 4 has raise to wake display. Let's test it. So there you go, raise to wake display works well on this watch. So this is how beautiful the display on it looks like. It's one of the most beautiful Super AMOLED displays I've seen on a watch. It's sharp, bright and has excellent viewing angles. Let me show you the interface. This is a home screen of the watch. It has hundreds of different watch faces. I'll show them to you in a moment. By swiping down on the home screen, you can access the status panel. This watch has a totally new UI compared to the previous Zeblaze watches. On the first page, it shows you the network and the Bluetooth status and also tells you about the battery life. By swiping left here, you can access the quick settings. Here you have a lot of quick toggles like raise to wake display, brightness, silent mode, airplane mode, GPS, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Swiping again brings the RAM cleaner. You can press this button when you feel like there are a lot of apps running in the background. There's also a shortcut to music player, and you finally have the weather info. So that was about the status panel. By swiping right on the home screen, you can access the notifications panel. and swiping up from the bottom brings up the activity panel. This page gives you a summary on your activities for a week. You can also check out more detailed info like the number of steps taken, the distance traveled in kilometers, and the calories burnt. And finally, by swiping left on the home screen, you can access the app drawer. So that's how you can interact with this watch. Now let me show you the different watch faces available on it. The Thor 4 comes with lots of pre-installed watch faces. You can access them by long pressing on the home screen. And you're not just limited to these watch faces, you can also download a lot more from its watch store. For now, let's go with this one. It looks very attractive. Now let me just give you an overview on all the different apps and features of this watch. You have an app to save your contacts. There's also a phone app with a dedicated dialer, so you can literally type in and call anybody from the watch itself. I'll be testing this later and see how it works. There's also a messaging app. This Android watch is just like a smartphone. It has all the features a phone would have. Now let me show you the settings app. In the settings you have sound, display settings, app drawer style. Let's see what's in the connect settings. This watch supports Bluetooth 4.0, has Wi-Fi hotspots, airplane mode, GPS and even cellular network settings. Let's check out the network settings. You can activate data roaming, set the preferred network type. Oh, looks like it's set to 2G by default. Let's switch it to 4G. There you go. You can also enable this enhanced 4G LTE mode here. So these were the network settings. Now let's go back and check out the other apps. You've got gesture settings here where you can enable raise to wake display and pedometer service. Well, that's pretty much it. Below you have all the general settings like language, date and time, factory reset and more. Let's check out the about section. Here you can check for software updates. The model Thor 4 runs on Android 7.0 Nougat. Let me show you the Easter egg. There you go. And the security patch it's running is July 2017. So that was about the software info on this watch. Let's see what's in the more section. Okay, here you've got some more settings like accounts and Google Play services. Let's check out the storage available on this watch. It comes with 16 gigs of internal storage and out of that 11.91 GB of space is usable. As you can see, we've only used about 170 MB and still left with nearly 11.7 GB of free space. That is a plenty of storage for a smartwatch. It's got 1 GB of total RAM and looks like 77% of it is already being used. So that means you're only left with 25% of free RAM. The company should have given at least a 2 GB of RAM on it. So these were all the settings of this watch. Now let's continue to check out the app list. You also have a default browser app, calendar, clock, and here is the camera app. I told you this watch has a 5 megapixel HD camera, right? It's present here in between both the buttons. Let me show you the camera app. The camera actually looks quite good on the screen. It can shoot both HD videos and photos in 5 megapixel resolution. I'll have to test the camera and see how it performs. I'll show you the camera samples later in my full review video. This is just an unboxing and overview on the watch. You also have gallery, music player, sound recorder, and here's the heart rate monitor. The Thor 4 can also measure your heart rate. The sensor is here at the back side. Let me show you the app. So as soon as you open the app, the watch starts measuring your heart rate. It's got a high quality heart rate sensor that the company claims is quite accurate. I'll have to put this to a test and use it for a few days before I can tell you about that. This watch also has a dedicated fitness app where it can track a variety of activities like running, walking, treadmill, biking and playing different sports. The interface of the app is also very appealing. Along with that you have weather, voice search, Google Play Store. Yes, it has a fully functional Google Play Store just like the other smartwatches. You can search and download any kind of app like Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp and even a lot of other games. You also have Google Maps on it for on-the-go navigation and a phone assistant. So we are finally done with checking out all the different apps and features on this watch. It had a really huge app list. Now just like a smartphone, by pressing the power button for a few seconds, you can access the power menu. Here you can power off the watch, reboot, access power saving mode and recent tasks. So that's it guys, that was my overview on the Zeblaze Thor 4. I have to use this watch for a few days before I can make a full review on it. I have a lot of testings to do like check the 4G network call quality, how the speaker sounds like, have to run a few benchmarks, test the performance by playing a few games, also have to shoot some photos and video samples to see the camera quality. And the main thing is battery life. It has a big 580 mAh battery, so I'm quite curious about the battery life. A lot of work to do guys, so stay tuned for my full review. The Zeblaze Thor 4 costs about 9,700 rupees. You might feel it as a bit expensive, but let me tell you, this is the cheapest Android smartwatch that supports 4G LTE and comes with a 5 megapixel camera. No other smartwatch comes with these sort of features for such a low price. It's available on Banggood. I'll just leave a link to that in the description box below. So that was it for today guys. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more new awesome videos. And I'll see you in the next one.